Alrighty guys, g'day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alrighty guys, let's get the show on the road. Good morning, good afternoon, and as always, very good evening here from a very cold Melbourne city. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you all have had a really good week. Once again, been a very solid week on my part. 4-0 for this week. It was 4-0 last week as well, so exact same as last week so far. So coming to the Friday, obviously that means I'm not gonna obviously risk all the profit on the last day of the week. So any trades I do take, if I do take a trade on Friday, is at a lower risk. So nonetheless though, we will as always do the analysis moving forward on both GJ and gold, and as per the request, if anyone in the chat, I will take a look at some pairs for you. But yeah, so obviously today, massive day of the news. Yesterday was the bank holiday in the US. Gold did pretty much nothing all day, just consolidated, which is kind of a bit to be expected. But today is the big one with NFP to come. So forecast is to be less than the previous. So just be very careful trading if you are going to be trading into MY session. Gold could be a little bit dull until then. Obviously, you'll find obviously that the volatility tends to pick up probably about 30 minutes or an hour or so prior to the news event itself, and obviously on the release of the news event. So a lot to come later into the day, the trading day. As far as our session, there is not really much to come, just some yellow follow news. Obviously we had the UK elections yesterday. I think they had a change in parliament, which was to be expected. Looks like the pound has actually come off pretty well at the back of that news, and it's just slow but steady trickle to the upside. We're going to take maybe a look at it moving forward. But without further ado guys, let's get into it. Let's as we always do, let's start with GJ, and then I will quickly take a look at the gold. So starting at the weekly time frame, what we can see is very strong bullish candle forming still on the weekly. What we've got is finally got a daily candle pulling back, closing back bearish. That would generally be the first confluence and the first sort of indication that might suggest to me that we may make a deeper pullback, which may open up the opportunity for a sell. Opposed to all week where I've been just all about the buys, today's a little bit of a different story. A little bit conflicting because, like you guys know, normally on a Friday, I would prefer to trade in line with the actual direction of the weekly candle. But because we've got the daily actually breaking a lot of the previous daily candle, which closed bearish, so current daily is forming quite a strong bearish candle in itself. So I'm just going to mark in the previous daily candles low, and as long as we stay below that point there, probably going to be looking for potential sell options upon continuation of strength at the current daily candle and also the rejection on the previous daily candle. Onto the 4-hour time frame. So structure itself obviously in the daily is bullish. 4-hour is also bullish, but what we have done is create a lower low within the micro trend. You can see just here, create an impulse to the upside, create a low, lower high, confirmed a lower low in the previous candle, current candle just pulling back. So structurally we are still bullish. Still got over 2 hours left with the current candle, so we don't yet have confirmation of support forming. But what I'm going to do is mark in that previous level of support, which could act as resistance, and that lines up with the previous daily candle's low. Furthermore, I'm going to mark in the resistance to the upside. To the downside, I don't really have, I mean, we're well off it, so I'm not going to bother marking some levels on the M30 time frame. So we are technically still bullish in structure, looking at it on the M30. So we're currently retesting that previous daily candle's low. Now, this is where it's a little bit conflicting, guys, because usually in this type of circumstance, if this was, especially if it was bouncing off a higher time frame support, it's not really bouncing off much here to the left. It's just pretty clean trickle or traffic to the upside. Had this been like a 4-hour support, and this is pretty much an indication to look for a potential buy on the following candle. This candle closes back bullish above the consolidation. That would normally suggest an option to buy it. The issue is right now, I want to see if we are to reject that previous daily candle's low and remain below it. If we are to do so, what I would be looking for is continuation sells below the current daily candle's low, below the support form at that level there. So I'd be looking for the sells below 205, pretty much 205 flat, 205.20 roughly. If price did come back down to retest its own low, reason being the current daily obviously does have lower high, lower low to the previous. we are currently pulling back. If we do confirm that lower high, reject yet again that previous daily candle's low, the previous support, and I feel it's a high probability if we do break the current daily candle's low, we would continue down to potentially retest the 30-minute structure around at 204.750. So that would be probably the overall target. I'll just mark that level in there. So that's what I'm going to be looking for the potential sells. Now, buy options, guys. Still forming a really strong bullish candle on the weekly. Currently just consolidating. Like I said, I'd rather price pop back above that previous support. So actually, before I mark in that, I'm just gonna drag this zone down. Above that level there at 205.30, we've got some pretty clean traffic to the upside. So what I probably want to see is price close above it, preferably consolidate. However, seeing as the high time of volume, I may consider a buy. Potentially might consider a buy as long as we close above that 205. I'll just mark it in 205.320. That could be an option to look to take a buy back up towards the resistance up at that 205.80. Once again, we are forming a really strong bullish candle on the weekly. So I think at this point, it's just a matter of whether the previous daily candle low, the former support, that level holds as resistance. If it is to do so, and likely we're going to be looking for potential sell options if we are to take a trade moving forward. If it starts closing above it, there could be options moving forward for a buy to take it back up towards the resistance at the opposite end. So that is GJ, guys. Hopefully that makes sense. Once again, it's a Friday, so we just chill, we do the analysis. There's no point going crazy on a Friday, whether you've had a good week or a bad week or have not traded at all. We just chill and wait for the ideal setup to come to us. That's what I do every day, and that's what works for me. So let's just see. So on to gold, guys. This is a chart I sent into the VIP group. It's finally popped up to level B. So I've clearly labeled the levels on the chart, and I explain what I want to see at those levels. So anyway, we'll remove those and have a look at the gold. Starting the weekly time frame, we can see a very strong bullish candle. Once again, this likely suggests to me that I'll be looking for levels within the current weekly candle. Price could pull back to more so on the 30-minute, but also the 4-hour. And if we were to continue bullish, then should respect support, form another support, and potentially head back up where we could buy from support, or if it breaks the high. Issue with buying above the high, you have this wick to the left. You are at a pretty strong resistance to the left. We'll see more once we get down to the daily and the 4-hour. But bullish, strong bullish on the weekly. Structure wise on the daily is also bullish, and we also have counter probabilities to the upside. Still hovering around that resistance though, so we're going to mark in that level. We're going to see above it. Looks like we might have some clean traffic. Let's also mark in the low at the previous daily candle's low. Below it, we've got some clean traffic as well. So that's likely going to be the premium levels to get involved in trade. As far as that point there, you're going to have a few things. You're going to be creating a higher high, and at that point you're likely to pull up towards 376, and if you break the low of that previous daily candle, then there is clean traffic to potentially come back all the way down towards 330. So structurally bullish, counter probabilities to the upside. Onto the 4-hour, we can see now it's quite clear. Now just trading within the resistance, excuse me, at the highs. As far as support, I'll adjust this on the 30-minute, but the current previous daily candles low, sorry, we have some very clean traffic below. We've got some very clean traffic above that 2368765. So definitely buys above that point there. On continuation, above the current weekly candle high. Now, so the 4-hour we formed support at resistance, just below resistance. So what that does is provide potential entry points for the sells. Just needing that up. And what we can see, the M30 structure remains bullish. We have not yet created a higher high. So at this point, again, off the back of the strength of the weekly candle, right now, moving forward into London session, I'd rather look for the buys. Just trade in line with the trend on the Friday. I know we're at a resistance, so if I am to look for the buy option, I've got one of probably a few options just here. First one would be for price to pull back towards to grab some more liquidity from the range it's stuck within, pull back towards 2003 360.5, and if it did so at that point there, I could look for a potential buy upon the right confirmation to do so. So that would be one level. Now buys above the high, obviously if we do move with impulse and begin to pop above, that would also be another level. Yeah, I'm not going to buy it into that resistance, so forget it. And the further buy option would be from back at 2,353. That's a long way off. Whoops. So that would be the further option. And that is my opinion of gold today. Again, Friday, very strict with the rules as far as the direction. So that's what I'll be sticking with. Onto GJ, let's see. 12.5 minutes, 12 minutes and 45 seconds left. See where GJ is. Perhaps that could be the focus. Meantime, guys, just YouTube today. No TikTok. Will not be bothered with TikTok today. So hopefully some of those guys are here. Cody, good morning to you. Franco, good morning as always. Caspiro, good day to you. Happy NFP day. Yep, NFP. It's obviously probably the biggest one. And then CPI and FOMC. So see if the markets do anything prior to it. Brad, good day to you. Good afternoon. Bitcoin dumping. Is it so? Yeah. Wow. Did mention in the community chat that if it drops below 56.50, there's a good chance to come down 53, and that's pretty much what it's done. So unreal. Pretty much right on, spot on with the prediction on Bitcoin there. So we'll keep an eye on it. And we'll do some analysis on it shortly once I've said g'day to the rest of the chat. Probably wait for London open, and then we can have a proper look at it. Morning to you, Sharif. Hope you're well, brother. Catch you on in the Zoom call. Not now, after the stream. Carl F, good morning to you. James, hopping on like stream. Appreciate you, brother. I mentioned that VIP is fire. Cheers, brother. Thank you, Michelle, I think it is today, for joining. I'm sure you're gonna love it, my friend. Sandra, good morning to you from Orlando. Wow, Orlando. So what's that, like 2 in the morning or something? To almost 3 in the morning. Welcome. That's an effort, mate. Welcome. Excellent station. Good day to you. Your Bitcoin analysis was spot on. Thank you, my friend. The levels generally hold quite true. The levels that I do mark in. But again, that comes with a lot of experience. So well, let's quickly look at GU. Quickly look at GU and we'll see if we've got time for Bitcoin prior to London Open. All right, well, we can see with GU weekly, very strong bullish candle. So once again, but we are at a higher time frame resistance. Obviously, we're traveling into these wicks to the left-hand side, but just off the back of the weekly candle itself, once again, I'm likely to look for levels we could pull back to on a Friday and form a support above to look for a potential buy or a buy upon continuation above the current weekly candle's high. Daily's open with a gap to the upside past couple of days. Obviously, we do have a high low, high high to the previous. We're approaching the weekly candle's high. Once again, if we do begin to break above the weekly candle's high, we do have some pretty clean traffic to the left. There is a probability price could come up towards that 128 flat if that was to be the case. We begin to break above the current weekly candle's high. So because, again, seeing off the back of the strength of the weekly today, I'm only going to be looking for the buy if I was trading it. I'm not going to bother marking a lot of the current daily. I'll just mark in support where we've got it. And that will be obviously a potential level to buy it from. Now, I will give options for the sells, but it's just my rule on a Friday. So as far as resistance, kind of broken above one here to the left, and the next target would be around that, like I mentioned, 128 flat. As far as support, marking a level 127.430. Just a slow trickle right now, no momentum really to the upside. What we can see in the M30, so it's bullish across the board, guys. Not yet create a higher high. All right, so for me on GU today, it's one of a few options. I'll be marking that level in. And what I would be saying is buys above that level there upon a closure. Pretty clean chop to the left. By the looks of it, yep. Clean enough. So closure above, I mean, current candle is rejecting, which is okay. Do that, then what I'd be waiting for is just simply if 30 minutes close back above. So issue is London Open, it could just go without you, but that's what I'd be personally waiting for. The other options would be support to form. You got levels here at 126.630. You got a level just above it. Preferably you want it to come down a little bit further, so you got a little bit more margin playing. Got another level around 127.550. And basically what I'd be doing is just looking for the buyers above either the market in A, B, C, whatever. But buyers above either the high, buyers above, buyers upon a pullback to levels back at within the range forming had formed support previously. And that's simply how I would trade GU today. Very simple plan to follow. Truzza, g'day to you, my friend. Hope you're high sensation joining VIP today. Cody's goat. Goat's not gonna get you at discount, man. But yeah, if you are serious, I hope you know. I think you know what the code is anyway. Conspiro, I'm interested in GU buys if it taps 127.60 and forms a solid support. Yep, I think so. All this consolidation to the left, I think that's a solid plan. All right, GJ popping above. Cody USD CHF. Bearish at support though, so ooh, actually weekly is. See, when I see a weekly candle like so, goes to that, I'd look at that and then go down to daily, see what's going on, and that would sway my opinion of what to look for moving forward on a Friday. However, we can see we're at a previous strong level of resistance, which actually was support here just recently to the left. So I just purely played of what level price is at on considering off the back of this scenario what we got, or against the direction of the weekly, which is still technically a bullish candle. Sorry, with the directional weekly, which is still technically a bullish candle, pulling back to a support here on the 4 hour. Got that level of resistance. 4 hour structure is bullish, daily structure is bullish, so the bias is bullish. Other than the 30-minute, and structure wise 30-minute is bearish. So there's a few ways you could trade this today. Buy above the minus resistance formed at the higher time frame support if priced similar to GJ, but you've got in this case the daily very similar to GJ actually. Fucking the previous daily candle's low. You got a bit of room to come up, retest the previous daily candle's low. So I would say closures above 89,880, and it should be right to at least pull back up. I'd just be strict with it, maybe get to break even as soon as it taps into the previous daily candle's low in case it does reject, seeing it's not retested it since it's broken. But it does make sense for the buys above that level there. If it does reject, you'd be looking for potential sells, and if it does pop up further, make a clean impulse to the upside, I'd be looking for the sells from higher up, and that's simply how I'd be trading. Dollar Swiss below the low, probably not enough margin to look for a sell. Short code white hoodie win. It should be. All right, so consolidating, guys. This could potentially be a first catalyst out of consolidation, but it would need to close strong above. Because once again, we are retesting that previous daily candles low. Coming to London Open. This could just be grabbing a little bit more liquidity for price to continue in line with that current daily candle. Seeing we do have a lower high, lower low. Weekly still forming very strong bullish candles, so I really feel that GJ this today could go either way. Bias is still definitely to the upside though. So for me to consider a buy, a few things have to happen. First of all, I want it to close above that support, so it needs to close above 205,324. Secondly, I want the London Open candle to create a significant lower wick. Whether it pops up first and then pulls back to create its lower wick, it's even better. But otherwise, I want it to pop back down into the range below, preferably. If it does just pop straight back down, grab a little bit more liquidity from below that previous daily candle's low and then begin to flip. That potentially could be an option, but it has to close above that 205,324. That is the rule I've set right now. That's what I will be waiting for to consider any sort of entry. Once again, it would be low risk. Vishal, good day to you, brother. Hope to catch you on the Zoom call at some point, mate. Welcome, welcome. All right, are we going to close above? Watch out, closes right on 205,324. All right, 10 seconds, guys. Let's see. All right, closing below. No cigar. That's it. Just wait. Close below. So now we may still respect that previous daily candle's low. Don't forget, guys, we have candle probabilities to the downside on the daily time frame. So it does just pop straight up. It doesn't really have a lower wick. This thing pops straight up, breaks high, the previous breakstone low. That could be a very risky, impulsive sell. Very risky. If it begins to flip. Gold was still below. It's a really risky sell right now, guys. Really risky. I'm not in it. I'm not going to take it because it's not fantastic, but why I think it is kind of valid is the fact of the matter is we're basically popped straight up. It's at the previous daily candle's low, that resistance. Obviously high time volume. So flip side, if this breaks zone high, then there's a good chance it'll go up. But again, I'm just sitting tight, guys, because what I wanted to see, the rule I created did not tick the box. Wow, look at that. Oof. All right, what's going on? Someone flip the switch on the yen or the pound. Let's see, is it EJ as well? It looks like it may have. What's going on with the pound? Pound dropping. Well, if you were in some risky sells, you probably got, I hope you secured something. There you go. I'm not, I didn't take it, but played out, worked. Breako G closed like shit at the on the H15. Yeah, GU is not great. But this is fine. Just let it pull back and you know what to look for at your levels. Yeah, something going on. Is there any breaking news, guys? If anyone, whoops, if anyone has anything, let us know. Interesting. So that's why I was reluctant to buy it, guys, because of the fact that we're still below now that previous daily count is low. We're not closed above the support, so to me it would have been very risky to buy it without that confirmation, and it's done exactly as I said it could do. But again, it's really impulsive, not my cup of tea on a Friday. Anyway, let's look at Bitcoin, guys. Let's do some analysis on it. The Bitcoin analysis has been really good throughout the week. Once again, I do plan on trying it live on stream moving forward. So without further ado, weekly. And now don't forget, we've got more than 2 days left on the calendar for the crypto. So strong weekly candle. Once again, looking at this, I'd be looking for anywhere we could potentially pull back to for resistance to hold to send this thing back down. To the downside, we've got some more margin on the high time frame, potentially down towards that 51.60 sort of level. Daily wise structure still remains bullish, but we are now into some clean traffic, so it looks like we may come down to retest the structure, the last significant high low here at that 50, just above 50k, 50.3 roughly. We do have counter probabilities to the downside. What I probably do is mark in the most recent support the price is broken out of and see if we've retested it on any of the minor time frames onto the 4 hour. Now just actually I'll leave it for the time being. 4 hour, let's mark in some levels to the left hand side. All right, we do still have some margin to the downside, but it looks like in the 4 hour. It is obviously bearish in structure. We've not yet retested 56.50 off on the 4 hour. Let's see if we've done it in the 30 minute. No. All right, so what you could probably do now, well, for me, it'd be all about the pullback to sell it. If price was to pull back and reject 56.50 once again, form another resistance below it, form a lower high, it's likely it will continue down to retest the most recent low, the impulse to the downside. And now that we've formed support at that low, if price was to start closing below 53,740, then I feel it's a high probability at that point there that we will continue down to minimum 52,450 roughly, because that would be the next target, and then potentially all the way down to retest that structure on the daily time frame. So to me, it's definitely I'd be all about the sells right now on Bitcoin. It's a matter of where it sells upon the pullback or sells on break of the current daily candles low. In my opinion, they're your options moving forward. Anyone in any trades, let us know. Anyone take that risky GJ sell? Oh, my arms are absolutely caning from the gym yesterday. So my legs everywhere. I'm getting old, guys. It's hard to cover. Oh god. Took a GJ sell, 2-1 Mr. Raw, grab, nice one. Good work. So I'm assuming you're probably in from somewhere up here. Unless you took it just there. If you did, well done. Not in any trade currently. It's all good, Vishal. That, again, had it not been Friday, I consider it. Probably not, to be honest. It is a very risky impulsive entry. It made sense though. Like I mentioned, pop straight up, had no lower wick. Because we know by law of probability, if you look back through all these candles, probably about 90% of them have wicks in either direction. And seeing it was at that previous daily candle's low, the resistance, if it did create a lower wick, it was probably a good chance it was going to come back down and create a significant move to the downside, which it has done. But nonetheless, it's good to see it playing out. Anyone else? Anyone in any trades? All right, guys, sending in a poll question to the chat. So the question is, with NFP to come, will gold end the week above 23.68 or below, above that resistance at the highs? I'm kind of hoping it doesn't. I'm kind of hoping it dumps, in all honesty. Reason being, because like I mentioned many times, this DCA week for me, weekend for silver. So if gold dumps, silver will dump. And at the moment, it's definitely not looking like it's dumping. So I kind of want it to do a bit of a dumpski before I place my order over the weekend. What do you guys reckon? Reckon no trades for me for now. I left spectating for now. All good, guys. Nothing wrong with being patient and picky, especially on a Friday. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. Because to be honest, it's just a bit of a mess right now, JJ. It's a very, there is no sustained movement. It's just consolidating. But once again, if this level holds, then I feel there's a good chance that we will potentially retest the current daily candles low and blow that level there may have the volume. If we do have the volume, there's a good chance it will come back down towards 204.80, 750. Tommy, good morning to you, brother. I hope you're well. Well, welcome. Let's have a look at a Dixie, because all the majors seem to be on a bit of a move to the upside as strength in the majors. So yeah, XY is down. Doesn't have an upper wick though. Well, not much of one. Is this potentially just a bit of a liquidity grab for what is to come later on with NFP? If we do begin to flip and pop back above this resistance to the left, break our own high, it's a pretty solid support that would be bouncing off. So I think it all obviously is just going to be on a bit of a holding phase until NFP. But if it does think, then you've got some margin. Definitely I've got some margin and potentially come back down towards 104.30. What we can see is it's forming some steady structure here, lower highs, lower lows, breaks the current daily candles low as well. Link traffic to the left, there's a high probability it will make another impulse to the downside. Considering the previous candle was strong bullish candle, what I prefer to see in this sort of scenario is a bearish candle closing below that support, that being continuation. That's your simple rule to follow. It's all about creating simple rules. That's what I do, guys. Really simple rules to follow. Takes out the guesswork. So either it makes it a yes for an entry or a no. And when it's a yes, we know law of probability, likely going to be right about 80% of the time. Of late, it's been right 12 times in a row. This requires enormous discipline and patience. That's it. I'm just going to drop a link into the free community if anyone wants to join. Just please, if you can, make sure you're watching the stream on another device. What Bitcoin has done just now too is form that resistance after creating the support. So likely what is to happen if it actually closes above the most immediate resistance it has formed on the 30-minute time frame, then the next level to retest what's the target would be that previous 4-hour support that's broken the previous yep, the 4-hour support, daily support to the left. So as far as price action, that's what you'd be waiting for a potential buy on Bitcoin moving forward. Now what you want to see is it at a level of significance to the left? Is it at a 4-hour support that potentially could give it reason to bounce off? Well, kind of got that level there that's tapping into. Let's mark it in. Otherwise it's pretty clean traffic, so still looks like it could potentially come back down. All right, I feel it would make perfect sense if it popped above and closed above that resistance to look for a buy to take back up to that previous support for it to retest. At that point there, that is where I look for further sells in line with the weekly candle. Just something to keep an eye on. Once again, not trading it live, Bitcoin. Just paper trade in anticipation of trade it live probably in a few months from now. If GJ closes like so, then there's a high probability it will continue to the upside. Grab liquidity from the lows of this consolidation. If it was to close up near its high, good chance the new candle could just pop straight up and continue. Previous 15, no upper wick. Current 15, no upper wick. To be honest, I'd rather it break the high, create a bit of an upper wick, and then leave a tiny upper wick. Consider any sort of buys on the next M30 candle. Steve A, good morning to you. Welcome. LF, liking a playlist? Yeah, I like it too, man. It's good. It's got a bit of everything in it. Goats, good day to you. Did the hourly and the M30 look identical? Alright, so it appears to have created up a wick now. Or be a very small one. If this candle closed back weak bearish, like so, and if we've begun to break on the following M30, we've formed a bit of resistance above that minor support. The next likely destination would be, first of all, around that I would say around this previous support, probably around at 205, 450. So that could be an option, but as long as you're quick to manage this type of entry, in my opinion. We'll need to wait 9 minutes, see how this counter closes. Wow, Nas is at all-time highs yet again. Keeps on keeping on. Similar to GJ, this thing's just in a massive uptrend. Yeah, bullish across the board on Nas. I'd be all about continuing buys, whether it be on a pullback or continuation. Just waiting on GJ, guys. Six minutes left. Let's see when his counter closes. All right, call rejecting. It's all good on any sort of normal day. Again, Fridays, it's my rule. Trade at the strength of the weekly. Unless you got some daily counter probabilities like we have with GJ in the opposite direction. Gold, we've got a weekly bullish, a daily strong bullish candle currently. So to me, it's going to be all about looking for the buy option. However, what I would say is if it closed below 236,280, it's closed below the most recent support form just below that resistance, and that should be a catalyst to look for a sell, take it back down to 2360.5. But once again, on this stream and with my personal trading, what I preach is patience and discipline. Trading the plan. Sorry, Mr. Phil. Mute you there. So we're seeing GJ pulls back up and closes back above that previous support. We're going to have a 30-minute candle closing above it. Have a weak pause on the 15-minute, just above that previous support, so that would still be possibly enough for a buy, but it needs to pull back up. Doesn't. Not much going on with GJ. Too choppy the price action to sell it into, in my opinion. Best just wait for the sales below that the support form just above the current daily candles low. And once again, for those who are interested, could be potential gold entries. Happy to call it, but I'm not taking it. And very, very strict rule. I just say if it closes below, that's the catalyst. If not, no entry. Make it really easy. Good morning, brother. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Nice one. Yeah, all good, man. All good. Just once again, chilling, waiting patiently. How's the week been?
Yeah. Took a trade earlier on GU. Got in a buy. Took some position, half of the position out, then got stopped out.
Nice one. So you took some profit?
Yeah.
Nice one.
I got in at, I think it was at, let me see, at about 127.67.
All right.
Something.
Nice one. Guys, just keep an eye on GJ. Poses like this and you can makes a bit of low wick. It could be options to buy it. That's why I'm keeping an eye. Nice one, bro. So you secured half and let the rest go.
Because I took it on the, it was a buy limit anyways.
Yeah, okay.
It was a buy limit on the 2 hours, so when it retested the top, it gave me like a 1-to-1, so I took 60% off, and then the runner got stopped up when it came back down.
Good work.
So that's what. Yeah.
Good work. Good way to end the week. That might be it.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it might still give some opportunities if it manages to close above the high, but
yeah,
let's see.
I'm just watching JJ. So guys, it's going to be a valid buy entry. Just above the high of that previous candle. We've closed back above that support. We've formed a minor resistance. We've rejected that consolidation twice. Created a lower wick on the new candle. Price begins to pop above that previous candle's high. In my opinion, it's probably worth a small entry. So you'd be looking a couple pips above, maybe a pip and a half above, so around at 205.375. And that's what I'd potentially be looking at. Stop loss below. I just use the 15. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, I think GU if it pops back above, and it's going to be options. And gold's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to trade. Close back above that minor support, so it'd be nothing. You're not a valid entry. This will be the first time I've traded GJ in a couple of weeks, I think, guys. So it's been a while between drinks.
It's looking really good, actually.
Yeah, I like the way it's looking. The fact that it's bouncing back above that previous support, it's tapped into it, it's rejected, it's closed above it, tap back into it again. So I think it's a good opportunity to maybe make use of the strength of the weekly candle as well. So obviously forming a very strong candle. Back above that previous daily candle's low. Wow, forming a strong bullish candle, so quite a few confluences. Would have preferred the 30 to pop up and down, but you can't always have everything you want, so still valid.
Yeah, from the way it closed, it doesn't really need to make that much of a lower wick.
Correct. Correct. I think it's fine where it's pulled back to. But yeah, we'll see. I think it's just broken high the previous candle, but it looks of it 364. No, it's tapped right into it. But this is good because once again, it pulls back yet again, creates a bit more of low wick, and only to reject and pop back up means just grab more liquidity from the downside. Gives a little bit more potential boost to make the push to the upside. Ben, g'day to you, man. About to catch a flight. Oh yeah, you got a big one. Enjoy, my friend. Lucky bastard. But yeah, good luck, man. You have a good weekend. Drop a like and no worries, brother. Enjoy a few beers for me, and keep in touch. Let me know how you go. The EU looks good. Breaks zone high again. There's a good chance it will make another push to the upside, breaking into some clean traffic to the left. It's bounced, or it's not really retested that resistance though, has it? Let me just drag this up. Oh, pretty much right on actually. All right, what point would I not take or remove the order and simply wait? Would depend on the 15-minute closure. This closes quite a strong bearish candle, then I simply, in accordance to my rules, would need to wait for the following 15-minute candle and for it to close, and for it to close back a very strong bullish candle, and then I may reconsider it. But if not, I just remove it completely, not worry about it. Starter prints, I reassess. That's simply what I do. So at the moment, it's still valid. If it flips, because this could just be grabbing a little bit more liquidity as long as we remain above that previous daily candle's low that support that level. It could be, in my opinion, still a valid entry. But if the 15-minute starts closing at a strong bearish candle back near the low of that support, even into the range below it, that's at that point there I will remove the position, the order. So we got just under 9 minutes left in the current 15-minute. All right, let's see. It's approaching. Broken higher the previous candle. Let's see. All right, we're in. All right, as soon as it probably taps into around this mark, 450, probably gets a break even around there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop loss is just below the entry candle. I'll just move the stop loss up. Alright guys, got about 6 pips on the table. Alright, this point I'm getting to break even. We're approaching some minor resistance to the left, so there we go. Time to push 8 pips on the table. Oops. Yeah, I've closed half too. Closed half just because the level we're at break even. So I closed half at about 7.5. It's not much, but they didn't kick up the ass on a Friday. So win streak remains intact as well, guys. 13 in a row now. Pretty happy with that. Not a bad way to end the week, guys. Nice trade. No real drawdown. Maybe a tad, not much. It made absolutely perfect sense. So once again, there is no set rule that you have to secure at such and such pip amount. Just look to the left, see what you got. As long as the trade's valid, pick a target. For me, it's the level I want to get to break even at, so I might as well just secure some profits at that point. Better than nothing. Nice little W for a Friday, guys. Just following the plan, breaking the rules. Once again, remaining patient for the plan to play out. So well done. Anyone else take it? Vishal? Bloody happy to see it, brother. Good start. Well done. Good start to joining the VIP. Well done, mate. Come on, guys. Show some love. Let me know who's in it. Oh, F accidentally clicked. Oh no. I've done that before, man. It sucks. I've honestly, with magic keys, I've done it a couple of times, not realizing. Especially when I've had the order set, because you got the pending order, and sometimes you don't realize you got stop loss in the wrong spot, and you got the TP in the wrong spot, and it triggers you into the opposite direction to where you want to trade. It's all part of it, man. These sort of things happen from time to time. But as long as, you know, you got out quite lightly, and, you know, that's the main thing. You can live to fight another day. Spiro, W, let's go. That's it. Nice one. Good to see it. Matthias, following my plan and learning with you. Good job. Nice one. Happy to hear it, man. If you're on this stream, especially if you're a member, God, you guys are going to learn big time. A lot about patience, a lot about following the plan, creating simple rules, let it tick the box, and then it's even valid or it's not valid. It's as simple as that, guys. Aaron, nice one, brother. Loving it. Happy to hear it. Another member. Brad, nice trade. Nice one. All good, man. Good to secure some profit on a Friday. $13 in a row, ladies and gentlemen. This time, BJ. Let's go. I will pop that trade into the Discord later, guys, the VIP. Nice one, Joe. Good work, brother. I'm sure you're looking at a very similar thing yourself. What about gold? So gold popping back up. All right. Interesting. Still below resistance though, so for me it's not a valid entry. About GU, does that mean the majors are pumping in? So GU, yeah, GU is approaching that resistance. So we're closed, the 15 minutes closed strong bullish, but still below. 30 minute has no lower wick. Needs to close above, in my opinion. If it doesn't close above, it will not be valid. $5-0 for the week. Fantastic week. Really, again, could not have done any better personally. Franco, nice one, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nice one. Happy you switched to raw spread, man. It makes a big difference. But a target for me, I'd just be targeting. Probably, I'd probably secure another 25% of the remaining, or another 50% of the remaining position. So another 25% of my overall position at this level. It's already 5, 6, 620 roughly. Drizza, nice one. Love it. I love it because you guys are here all the time. These names, I know all of your names, so that's what I want to see. The main thing, the loyal ones. You guys know where it's at. We just wait patiently. Likely going to get a decent entry. All right, Bitcoin still consolidating. Once again, the plan will be a closure above and rejection of 5650. Jeff Wilson, nice one. Good work. And good to see you in the chat. Paulie, it's good to you, mate. Hope you're well. I've got to put up there that stream record. Need to do it. Need to go back for all the streams. We'll eventually get there. We'll do it. What I do is I journal all the trades into the VIP. It's a really good way for my guys to level up. Like obviously I go into full detail why I took the trade, so they get to know exactly what goes through my mind, what sort of confluences I had, what gave me, you know, what ticked the box and gave me my reason to take the entry, and how I'll go about managing it and why. So that's a really good part of the VIP. So that is pretty much my journal, to be honest. And that is literally every trade I take, because pretty much every trade I take is either on this session or in the around pre-MI into MI. Alrighty guys, you know what, I think I'm going to call it because I'm going to jump on a call with the member shortly. Yeah, I'd just be giving GJ a little bit of room to breathe, see if it pops up to that 205.60 for a potential take some more partials off the table and then just target the resistance. Yeah, if anyone is trading, do trade safe. Obviously NFP to come, so just be really careful with that. If you had a good day, good week, call it. If you had a bad week, just chill, maybe take some time off. Maybe go over your losses and maybe ask yourself why. Was it emotionally based or what went on? But nonetheless, if you followed a plan throughout the week and you've had a good one, well done. Good work to you, well done. And yeah, I think that's about a wrap. Guys, I'll see if I can upload a video over the weekend or some sort, maybe a recap. Might even recap this trade, we'll see. Anything else, just make sure to give me a follow on all social media outlets. You know drill. You want to know a little bit more about any of the services, or you can find that all in the description below. Members, I shall see you guys probably in about 10 minutes. I'll just quickly mark this up, send it into the section that I send it into, and I'll send a new link in for an accountability session. But I appreciate you guys all for joining. You guys are legends. DJ, look at this thing of beauty. Absolute cracker of a trade to finish the week. Well done, guys. Till then, Mr. Phil, good day to you. Thank you for once again joining as per usual. I hope you have a good weekend, brother. And to everyone else,
have
cheers.
a good one as well. Take care, man.
Appreciate you, man. Cheers. And to YouTube, everyone else, cheers. Well done today. See you next week.